What up, guys? I said something right now, and I want to make myself very clear to every American hood in the racism in hip hop. I don't care about your bread, but I want Soldier Boy to know the same thing I was told the Supreme Court. But y'all gonna live y'all lives still and say somebody jealous. I said I want this Rorton statue when I'm gone, from 80 years to 90 years from now. And I want my son and his kids to look at this. And every kid to look at, they're gonna say you jealous when they kids have more than you. Telling their kids lied and had hatred as a black country. They lied for what they stand for. They couldn't fight for what they earned, so they had to kill and lie as a hip hop and as a racist of hip hop and hatred. So they're gonna try to make excuses. They're gonna try to get you to go to school when they have hatred in this country. When they lie to black kids and lie and their parents deserve to die with them. And God said you can't deal with them. But the thing is, Joe Biden want to keep his jail winning when God said enough is enough. New people being born every day. Why every kid can't die and every gang member can't die. I told FBG Murder says you want to run his mouth. Soon as that trigger get pulled, we're going to see, like I told the civil rights devotion, if that is you going to be because Russia, I want Russian president to hear me. It seemed like you got the ball. My head's a little nappy. Don't worry about it. It seemed like you got the balls to do what need to be done. And Joe Biden not going to have the balls. And Donald Trump not going to have the balls to kill these kids in Dallas. So it seemed like Putin got enough balls than Donald Trump and Joe Biden when that trigger be pulled and not give these kids 30 years in jail for putting in their mama got to pay $30 million if they put their hands on me. Hey, can Joe Biden do what need to be done? Or he gonna be weak? So Putin gonna watch. Soon that trigger get pulled, where all them in South Dallas and he'll come over here. Can you get the job done? That's the difference. Hey, I told you on the civil rights, Joe Biden, can you get the job done? Can you pull that trigger? Can you kill that dumb kid in South Dallas? Don't keep your jail running. Don't hide it. It don't matter about the Constitution. God said we got to take the hatred out of kids and these gang members of Mexican and kill them. Can you do what needs to be done? Or you going to be weak? And Putin's going to show that he has strength. Because Putin showed he the dominator right now. When that trigger be pulled by those Dallas people, I don't care if it's next year or this year. You all know who it is. And little Mexicans and the rest of them in Houston and Dallas around this world ask for every game they destiny have already been written. Can you do what need to be done? I didn't come to talk. I didn't come to do business. I come to fight for something that's mine with disability and walk away. Let these dumb Mexicans and they black kids have it. But soon as that trigger be pulled, can you kill them in South Dallas and everybody? I ask for it. Stop trying to keep your jail running. Be a man about yours. Because Putin showed no remorse. He showed a true leader when he knew to do what needed to be done. Can you and Joe Biden be a true leader and kill a Mexican and FBG Murder and the rest of them, all of them involved? Can you do what need to be done? And if these kids put their hand on me, can you give them 30 years and their mama got to pay $30 million? Either that gun, can you kill them? God is asking for that. Don't hide documents, because he trying to play dumb and trying to cause a mental breakdown and play with a mental disorder. All of y'all trying to do it. And we got the civil rights. So when the time comes, when the time comes, can you give that life? Or you going to be a coward? Important. Putin going to show that he's superior. Because he can go to war. But you can't kill every Mexican gang because you're weak. You think about keeping your jails running. He know the price to pay. But do you know the price to pay? Do you know the price to pay? That's the difference. Do you know the price to pay? Do you know the price to pay? We're going to see. It don't matter about your Constitution. I told the Supreme Court, enough is enough. It doesn't matter about that. Houston with that. It doesn't matter about that. Can we do what need to be done and kill Houston and every Mexican gang? I already know it's on that computer. Don't try to do that. I already know. Don't play dumb, Joe Biden. God said, don't play dumb with me. Don't play dumb. You think if you kill everybody, you're not going to have your jail run. Stop that. It's a good thing if you kill every Mexican and black gang in the United States and everybody involved. Can you do what need to be done? Or you going to show that you weak? As soon as that bullet come this way, you're going to show that you weak. I want to see, because I'm walking out my door every day. I want to see if you can do what need to be done. And I'm walking out my door, and I'm waiting on one of them. I'm waiting on one of them. I'm waiting, Trump. I'm waiting on them. God said I'm waiting on one of them to play. I'm waiting on it. But I want to see if you're a coward, like you said you are, because you're a coward. You talk about your Constitution. You don't care. You didn't care at all. God is asking for a price. But I want to see if you can kill these Mexican and these black gangs. And I told the Supreme Court looking at, they talking all that stuff with Soldier Boy and all of them. Can you get that price? It doesn't matter how many numbers. New kids are being born every day. You got 15-year-old girls having been mamas keeping them safe. And you think that's what we're worried about? Can you give that price? New day, got more people come on, and that's get the generation is. Can you give that price? Can you get that price? Can you get that price, God said? Can you get that price? God said, can you give that price, Trump? It doesn't matter about the Constitution. We write the Constitution because we believe in a higher power and things can be rewritten. Our Creator is asking for something. He asking for the black kids and everybody in Dallas to be put to death. Can you give me that? And Jim Jones handled that real well. And that guy need to go to jail. Jim Jones handled that situation real well. And I think Joe Biden, you need to look at that. Look at that situation. I think he handled that situation real well. And I think they need to look at that. I think Joe Biden need to look into that situation because that guy was wrong. So they need to look into that situation. And you got the civil rights. I think he's going on the computer. And I think Joe Biden need to get into that with that person. So I think he need to be getting into that situation. So I think Joe Biden need to look at that, man. And I'm thinking about telling him in a civil right that guy was wrong. So Jim Jones handled that real well. I hope somebody see that video. Jim Jones handled that real well. So the question is, can you do the job that need to be done? And they're going to say you wicked. God said, I shall know regret. Can you kill them? Because Putin not showing that he's weak. Would America show that they weak when it's time to kill a gang member? So The more they tried to attack, they get 30 years and their mama got to pay 30 million. No bond. Don't matter about their constitution on probation. They decide to do what they do, and I meant that. So I don't have time. So can they die? Because Putin's showing that he's strong and he can defend his country. But when it's time to lay the matter out on the table, to put everything on the table, will you keep them black kids in South Dallas, or you will kill them as God says so? A price have to be given. A price have to be given. So God said, Donald Trump, Putin is watching and China watching. So when that bullet come that way, is you going to protect everybody that's involved? Even Soldier Boy and the rest of them, because you think they all of them involved. They lied with Yellow Breezy. But you think they don't have a consequence, or you are hiding like a coward. I'm not scared to say how I feel. I'm not scared to speak the truth out of it. Goyeo need to be put to death. Or you going to hide those files like America do when it's time for America to. You talk about it making America great, Donald Trump. When that trigger be pulled, can you make America great? By standing by what God asks for. So when that trigger pit, when you hide it like you've been hiding things as a country, you can't make America great again when you hide things. Can we ask for the jury life? What you lie for, what you stand for. So we're going to keep on lying, you little police officer and your little FBI. Every time he lied, and I've been filing the civil rights on him. You're going to put them kids that was in that Waterburg and all them in there, them adults and everything, you're going to put all that together. And you're going to give me my justice. Enough is enough. I don't have that. And then as long as I can stay in the country and live by my peace of self. I don't have time for that, man. Can we do the job that need to be done? Governor Abbey, please. If I call that Justice Department and I call, don't do that, man. Because I can call the Supreme Court and talk to them when I'm asking for, instead of sending messages and filing the civil rights. Because it's better when you're talking to people because you're not getting the feedback. You're getting a little bit of feedback. God said your vote means nothing when your spirit ain't right. God is asking for that price. Can we get that price? Can we get that price? God is asking, can you give it? Can you give it? You can toss it out. You can talk about the Constitution in America. Can you give it? When Texas got the death penalty, can you give it? Everybody that's paying everybody in this hip hop, everybody involved in it. I know it's on that computer. Ain't no clipping on that damn thing in there. Can you give it? Get money, start the way you bet, baby. You betray. So can you give it? Can you give it? Can you give what need to be given? God say, you gotta have balance. It's like you got your little scales and you create your little scales on your Justice Department website. And balance, right? So would you let the balance go unbalanced? Or would you let it go balance and kill everybody that's involved? So at the end of the day, God is asking for that price. God is asking for it. God say music got nothing to do when we fight for something that's greater than music. When we can use our words that are power behind it. Music is music. But when we sit behind that desk and we talk to each other and we trying to get our point involved with our words, not just a song with our words, that has become more powerful of what God give us. 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 Can we see what's more powerful or what you hide at? That's the price we asking for. Can you afford to pay that price? Because God is asking for it. God is asking for it, Donald Trump. God is asking for it. I don't mind stepping out my door every day. But when that trigger be pulled, can you kill them or you gonna lie? Smash the Constitution. We know what's really going on. You trying to keep your jail. I'm not going to talk about it. Because I have showed everybody on my thing on the civil rights. You can't hide documents. Don't hide what you stand for. Because y'all got a problem of hiding things. And that's why you'll never be great. That's why you'll never be. I love my mama to death, but sometimes you got to move on and just love a family, come over on holiday, do stuff. And bam, I have always lived on my own. But right now, it's not the time because there's so much going on. And when Trump and them in this community showed their hands. And they Texas and Yellow Breeze and dumb self and them and thing. So when the time comes, can you give that price? Can you give that price? I want Yellow Breeze to stay his ass away from me. And everybody that's involved that's still in Houston. You're not going to play with my mindset and deceive when I know this music industry. And I'm asking for something. So God said, I can keep walking out my door and people lie. And these kids keep coming at me like they understand me. Can you give that price? Hey, they don't like it when God fight back. They don't like it with God, but OGP really got the nerve to say, oh, you go this. Shut yourself up when you've been lying. You got gifts and you been playing with your gifts. When others unfortunate. God is asking for something. Everybody that's in that video, can you give that death? God is asking for a lot more blood shed if I'm in that ground. He's asking for something. Hey, I'm doing what God told me to do. I'm doing exactly what God told me to do. The price. I'm doing exactly what God told me to do. So the question is, can that be given? Can that be given? I'm going to tell you one more time on the civil rights. Can that be given, Trump? They kids, and all of them in Dallas and Houston, everybody all over. I asked for that price. It got to be given. I already messaged the Supreme Court, and I filed the civil rights on the Supreme Court. It does. Stop trying to keep your jail running. Stop trying to think about, oh, you can't take out. No, stop trying to feed them and they deserve to die. God don't got no time. So God has given warnings amongst warning. Can you give that warning? Can you keep your word of what God is asking for? But one thing, we're not going to talk about that. And you still letting them post. So I asked for every Trump voter's life. Their life is on a certificate of war. War with racism out of black and white voters. You think, see, I sat on that computer all day in Dallas County and looked at that address every time. You see, why you think I was in? I wasn't in there to combine, and I was in there to look at an address. And you gave me exactly what I needed to do. So when I got back out, I filed the civil rights on the Trump voters and everybody that's involved. I don't care if you're Obama voter. Because Obama talked about he my brother's keeper, but my brother's keeper understand. Can you give that price? Can you give that price? Hey, Nicki Minaj need to go ahead with that bull crap. If she trying to make it mad, I make sure she don't get faint. Oh, I want to kiss you in your mouth. I don't need that type of in my life. Because if you don't know how to treat me, I know everything in this industry. I know every industry around the world and around America. So the question is, the line in the hip-hop industry and this industry been stealing. And I'm not going to come to a time when family don't want to take their pressure off and people been trying to cause problems out here and violence out here. And I got their game. Trump, you done showed your cause. I know every industry. You don't think I know Atlanta industry? Oh, come on. Philly industry. I don't have to go that far. See, Webby not educated. He's so busy talking about he educated. But these kids watching my house and these dumb snakes, that's sad. But you got a person that don't want to stop speaking negativity every day. You get $3,500 for each of your songs that you promote. And you know this industry. I went on different music and said, but 6ix9ine, Katachi, and the rest of them. When Wayne said I took so much change from this rap industry, but they watching my house. The dumb kids and these Mexicans, and they instead of playing with me. But that dumb FBI instead of playing and lying, and they want to play dumb. Then when you have a mental breakdown, no, I asked for that security guard to be arrested, and you gonna give me that security guard? He trying to make an excuse. When Trump voters involved in this with the lies with these kids and Yellow Breeze and them involved. So the more I gotta come outside my door because stay inside here, and the more the stupidity go out there from the community, we got a problem. So let them celebrate. But tell God they celebrate with lies. But you'll live in denial as America, like we don't got. Do you want to celebrate a life that you didn't lie for it? And God said it should have been protected. They say God died and Jesus died for our sin. He died because you're a coward. Not because he died because he had to. He died because you're a coward. You're spiritual fear. But you play this game. You play this game like you understand it. Donald Trump, we gonna see. Because either way that bullet hit, I'll be looking at you from the heavens and knowing everybody gonna know you're a liar. And Joe Biden, I don't care what year it is. You let them kids create a platform and we got a problem. They lied. You was in that mall. Don't try to play when Houston lied. When Dallas lied to Yellow Breezy. And Boosie lied. Boosie lied. So when the time comes, because you're stalling as a coward, I've been humble. How many humble when they've been stealing and lying? When Trump and all the rest of them been lying in this industry. But they live for themselves. God said, I promise you, if America don't keep their promise when I act the Constitution of death by Texas law, and I can make it stick anywhere, your ass to come back to Texas. I don't care if I hear them in another state. We can keep that bond tape, partner. I don't care if I'm in any other state. But I can make it, hey, we can make it happen right now at any time. I can sign it and make it happen. You gonna come to Texas and you gonna be put to death anytime. It doesn't matter what state I am. This is America, Jack. We are as one nation. It doesn't matter about one state rule. We as one nation, and we need to stop acting like it. That's the difference. We need to start talking about. We need to start acting like it as one nation, under God and justice for all and liberty. So can you give that price? Can you give that price that God is asking for? Come on. Let X is something he still understands. But we're not going to talk about it because nobody know who they really is. They just think because you live in your human mindset. So, Joe Biden, I have given you the price. And Donald Trump, and don't talk about no constitution. Can that price be given? Are you going to keep the jail running when all thousands of the Mexican, everybody involved, deserve to die? Please don't protect them. Because you think if you kill them all, you're not going to have nothing to do. Right? You think your jail not going to run. And they get to pay their home and know God say, when you take their life, you deserve to die. When you pull that layer, you don't deserve to eat. And God said, I already asked for something on the civil rights. I need to get the job done, and God needs you to get the job done. There's not some time when the power of the Almighty is asking for something. He's asking for something. Can you give that same thing when God is asking for something? Let's see if we can stand by what they ask about. So God is not going to argue. He's not going to do none of that. He's asking for that price. And let me tell you, Lil Wayne said he married to the mob bachelor. I'm married to the people I love and understand, and I'm married to that God and Jesus by understanding the universe. The universe of it. You'll never understand it. It doesn't matter how you